sources. Man, fuck a video source. People are here for the voice of the people.
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
yeah, you.
Mm.
uh,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
send you video real quick
Yes, please.
so you have it for the pod.
I wanted to brag about this when I tried to hop on a second ago, but the audio situation. I know it's not a competition, and I know nobody cares, but I want to point out that I am probably the world's fastest male pooper, like in the entire division. It's not even close.
I I think you need to, I think we need to get this like an official contest, like a poop off.
A poop off? Dude, I'm telling you, no one can compete at my level. Like that's the only reason
I,
there isn't a league. I can,
uh,
bro, I can fucking
if they put
go ahead, do your
if
thing.
they put size into it as well, bro. I don't know. You like if your poop has to be over a certain size, I might dust you there, dog.
I mean, maybe. I do, obviously like my total weight delivery is going to be really dependent on like the amount of Taco Bell I've been able to consume over the last 72 hours. But here's the thing.
Oh, dude.
Here's the thing. I've noticed every single time, right? And it doesn't matter where I am, what the event is, what the situation may be. If I'm coming up on something and it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna need to take a poop real quick. I have never had anybody act like they actually believe that's going to be a quick event. They're all like everybody's like, oh shit, he's gone for the next 30 minutes now. But dude, I consistently can deliver under a 5 minute poop time and still be back up and ready. And I don't know. I'm proud of myself on that.
What I'm getting out of this is you're good in a pinch.
I
You're good in any situation.
Oh my god. Okay, so I do
Uh,
see. Oh no. Okay.
Actually, give me one quick second. I forgot something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We're all set and ready.
I decided this morning I was just gonna fucking record in my living room. We have
Oh,
we have co-host Braxis to my left. He's over there getting a good little dig in his balls right now. Um,
that's awesome.
yeah, I might take a point. Like you have a dog, right? Is it a male?
No, I've got three females.
Okay. Well, female
Well,
dogs are pretty
three,
good.
fe- three. I have four female pets. One's a cat though.
The cat's got to be my favorite. How do you only have one cat? Like, does it just run that shit?
Hold on.
It's like the
Hold on
boss.
one second. What'd you say? I don't. I got busted.
Uh-oh.
My wife just heard me admit I have a cat.
Oh, is this like a secret?
Well, it's not like a secret. Like I don't like cats. I just don't. It's never been a species I was fond of having in my house. But this one's pretty fucking awesome.
So wait,
I will admit it.
how long did it take for this cat to like earn your good favor?
Well, so hmm, I'd have to. That's one I got to really think about because what happened is we rescued three cats off the street, and in Indiana they don't have like what's called a fix and release. What do they call that? A TN.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah,
T.
tag and release.
So we don't have that here. So we kind of did it. We took three cats in, fixed them. But the releasing part was the hard part. We didn't just want to put them back outside, and by the time we got them fixed, it was winter in Indiana, so that's just fucking cruel, you
Yeah,
know.
you can't just leave a cat out in the snow. That's like the saddest fucking thing.
Yeah,
It's just out
and
there like
so we tried to rehome all of them, and one just we didn't,
it just ends up like
and
just
she
crashing on the couch 6 months later. You have a fucking like
well
a full mortgage together.
the first night we let her sleep in the room that we sleep in. The first night we let that go down, she attacked me in my sleep. She scratched my ears up.
Hell yeah.
She fucked me up all night.
Yep.
Then after that, And yeah, did nothing to my wife. Didn't fuck with her at all. Let her sleep. And and so like so it's not a secret. It's just like
No,
I always say that she has a cat
no,
and
I
that
get it.
I have three dogs.
I think that's a thing for a lot of like okay, so here's my I guess judgment on that. I think as a dude, like you're not gonna be naturally inclined to like cats. I don't know why. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
But I think
I've
yeah, they're just kind of like standoffish. But the thing with fucking cats, man, and I think this is what makes them really underrated is they're better as you get older because they require less. You know what I mean? Like, look,
yeah.
my dogs are awesome. They're my best friends, but they need fucking attention, and I don't always have that. I don't have it, man. Dude, sometimes I just like clock out from a long day of fucking work. I like crash over on the couch and I'm like, knowing I got to give him some attention, right? Or whatever. And I just see my cat across the room and we make eye contact. And I swear to God, that's the only pet that understands what I'm going through.
Well, and so if you were to get up, like
Hmm.
this is kind of how if you were to get up and pet the cat would feel the same way about the energy, like because you don't want to get like how you just described you were
Yeah.
tired as fuck. If you were to get up and pet that cat, y'all would be in the same exact mood. Y'all would both be like, "Fuck this, get off me."
Yeah. No,
But
the rule with a resting cat is like, don't fuck with it, you know?
yeah, yeah, because cats, it's their world and you're living in it.
Yes. And that's the big difference. Okay, so like I grew up with dogs, man. Same thing. I didn't dislike cats, but I just like, they were like roommates. You didn't really know them that well and it was just kind of like you'd pass each other in the hallway. Uh
Almost like people that live down the hall in a dorm room, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's like you're aware of each other. There's no real beef or anything like that, but you're not inviting each other to anything. I'm never like,
Exactly.
Hey, you want to come hang out in my room? No, it's not happening. But okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I ended up moving out, didn't have pets for years and years and years, living the bachelor life, and meet my wife. She moves in, and the thing that women do once they enter your life is like they make you remember how many things that like that you don't need but like are good to have. Yeah, like decorative towels. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah.
no man needs a decorative towel, but if you see a decorative towel in a man's house, like you could tell he's getting his shit together.
So now that we're on this, like now that we went down this kind of rabbit hole, I believe, right, if a guy at 18 buys his own house
Yeah.
and he lives in that house until he's about 24, right?
Okay.
By the time he's age 24, that house will not look like a traditional house, like the way you go over to like your grandma's house and it's got like all this stuff, you know?
Right, right. It's not going to be proper.
Because there's no woman.
Yes.
Like we're not gonna make a house look like that. We're gonna make it look like a fucking like it's gonna be a bar. Your house is just gonna look
Yeah.
like a bar.
No, it's true. It's true, and it's kind of like fucked up too because okay, so like years and years ago, I was living with like four other fucking dudes, which is just what you do in this economy. You turn 18, you get a shitty job, you realize rent's fucking expensive, and so you form a gang or a band,
Yeah.
whatever works best for
Yeah.
you. You know. So
Yeah, that's good shit.
so anyway, so I had it's like this group of like five of us all living in this fucking like two-bedroom apartment in Third Ward. And it's like
Oh
I
yeah.
I re I remember being like I'm not trying to like emasculate myself or anything, but I was the only fucking person in that house that cared about shit being cleaned, dude. So like I remember, like being on their ass, like do your fucking dishes. Come on, man, this looks like a pigsty. Would you want your mother come visited? And I thought I was being like real fucking uppity and proper and clean and shit. And I remember the first time I brought a woman home to this apartment and I knew it was it was a little she was gonna say something, you know what I mean, like women are
Yeah.
cleaner, but I thought I was gonna get some props, right, for like damn you keeping these guys in check, Dude, the first thing this woman said, like this was like the next morning, lights are on now, you can see the place. The first thing she
Yeah.
said is like, dude, are you a fucking drug dealer? Like, who lives like this? I was like, man,
Holy
the
shit.
dishes are in the sink.
Imagining you as a drug dealer is fucking hilarious.
It's fucked up, man. It is fucked up because I'm like, I'm a pretty put together guy, man. I fucking 9 to 5. I dress nice and shit like that. But I don't know. Anytime I've ever lived by myself or with other men, like it's just, yeah, it's a trap house. Men turn living spaces into trap houses.
Dude, so this guy I work with, like I have no idea who he is outside of work other than he does jujitsu, you know?
Yeah.
We get to talking about like what stuff we have at home to practice with, and I'm like, yeah, I've got a heavy bag, a reflex bag, and like I've got 2 jump ropes, and that's pretty much like that's what I do.
Yeah.
And he's like, and like we were all explaining because another guy's like, oh, I've got a heavy bag in my garage, and I'm like, yeah, all my shit's in my garage. And he's like, oh, I fucking took a string
A
and
what?
screwed it into one wall in my living room, draped it across the other, and my heavy bag's hanging on that.
So he just has it like on a fucking like if you were hanging laundry outside in the 50s, basically.
Yeah, yeah, in the living room though, not
What the
outside.
fuck?
Man's got that bitch on a clothesline in the living room, dog. That shit's
That's
wild.
kind of a
And
smart
when he
idea.
said that, as soon as he said that though, I was like, oh, you're not married.
Yeah.
Like,
There is no woman in your life at all, dude.
oh my dude, nobody, no dude who's been with a woman for any experience, any extended period of time is about to hang a fucking punching bag in his living room,
They
and it's
just
not because he doesn't want to.
you just can't get away with that shit, dude. You can't. Like
No, it just doesn't even cross your mind anymore. You're not dumb anymore like that. Like when he said that shit, I was like, yo, I would never.
yeah, like
But like,
I need to
if you would have
introduce you to
asked me at
someone.
18, if you if you would have asked me at 18, yeah, I'm hanging a fucking punching bag in my living room. But if you ask me today, fuck no, that's what my garage is for.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like the
That's fucking
testosterone in
crazy.
me immediately thought that was fucking awesome because I was like, dude, you can like slide it across different aspects of your living room so you can have like a whole fight scenario. And then it was
Yeah, you
just
could
like,
like scoot it out the way of the TV
yeah.
and then put it right in front of the TV during fight night so you can practice what you're watching. Like, I could see why he did it,
But here's the deal.
but like at
Here's
the
the
same
deal.
time, he did it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think that's beautiful that he could carry out that vision. Because I'm thinking of like the last time I tried anything like that. It was setting up an Ethernet cord. I literally just wanted like one cord to run from the living room into my office, one room over, and it was like in my head I had the perfect idea of how that was gonna go. It was just gonna kind of lay across the floor. I was gonna put some hooks in it, right, and I was just gonna kind of leave it out the way. And when I expressed that thought to my wife, she told me it was stupid, and I was like, "I'll
It,
show you." And it was stupid.
how'd it work, Sean?
It was
How'd it
stupid.
work?
It was fucking stupid. She ended up doing it like
That's
way
what I'm
better.
saying.
She did it way better. Like I didn't even think this was in her wheelhouse at all, dude, but she got like these fucking like threshold strips that like went right across the floor. You can't even tell there's a fucking cord running through this place. Like it's magical.
See, we should. No man should be allowed to fucking buy property by himself.
I think that's what it was. I think that's why the patriarchy tried to grip on to keeping women out of this shit for so long. I think it's because we all intrinsically knew the day women were allowed to buy property, it was over for us. It was done. Like you stack a woman's property next to a man's property, and you get a visual overview of those two. We don't have any right. We don't have any right buying that shit.
Now I have a more interesting question, right?
Tell me.
This question might need to be just cut right out of the video though, because I don't.
These are my favorite.
So if there's 2 couples,
Yes.
right? Or hold on, let me back up before we get there. Do you think it's masculine versus feminine thing, or do you think it's actually like female and male? Because there's some you've met a feminine man before, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, I think
But do you
it's
think it's a
it, it's
go
uh
ahead.
it's a dynamic, right? it's there's gonna be one like partner in the relationship that's like more kind of classically feminine, and I think there's gonna be one that's more like classically masculine. And the reason I think that is I've seen it swapped a lot of ways. And also like I know a lot of gay I know a lot of gay couples, and it does like I'm not trying to make a stereotype, but you always know which one's cleaning the house, you know?
So that's kind of where I was gonna go with this. I was gonna say if you got two couples, right,
Yeah,
and just to take names, like to say there's a lesbian couple and a man couple, right?
right, right.
Whose house whose house is cleaner?
The lesbian couple or the man couple? Ooh.
Yeah, the gay couple or the lesbian couple?
Oh, okay, so it's
Two
gonna
men or two
depend.
women?
There's a couple add-on factors here. What like
Not factors.
yeah, there are factors. There are factors. So, okay, we gotta establish the type of gay couple this is, right? So, is this a suburban like two SUV three bedroom house gay couple, or is this like are we talking like just out of prison sagging pants gay couple?
Um, let's just take that last. Let's yeah, definitely censor that last part, Sean. Definitely fucking
No,
censor that
I'm
last
being for
part.
real. I'm being for real.
Definitely no,
There,
definitely censor
there
that
are
last part.
two different kinds of gay male relationships that I have been presented in my life. Right? Some of them feel like you're walking into a fucking Mormon meeting, and then like some of them you walk into their house and it's just like, oh shit, I can buy weed here. Like that's just what it is, you know? Like
God, it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. Every gay man knows what the
Holy
fuck I'm
fucking
talking about
shit.
right now. Like, we can all pretend we don't know, but we know.
All right.
Now, okay.
Now
So
that you got that, I'm
I'm
talking.
doubling down. I'm doubling
They're
down. By the way, we
they're.
haven't got to the lesbians.
Oh,
But no, I do think, unless it's like a really prim and proper gay couple, I think the lesbian couple is going to be the cooler place to hang out. Like it's going to be more video games for sure. Um, but it is going to be more of like a dude situation. Like it's going to feel like you're two like okay, this is probably how people felt about us, but it's like if you and I had ever gotten a place and people were just like they knew we wasn't fucking, but they just kind of like in their head there's a canon that we're together. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
like these two dudes, they're probably not ever like they're just gonna live together. That's what it is. And you have that visual of their house. It's not perfectly clean. It's not some trashed up fucking like trap place, but it's like, it's like visiting your uncle or something
I'd
like that.
I'd imagine it very similar to the living situation between me and Wesley, though. I would
Yeah.
imagine it
Yeah.
very similar.
There is.
But
I think
no.
every lesbian
So
couple also has a music studio, no matter how many bedrooms they have.
let's make it this. Let's make it this simple. They're both trailer park. They're both in the same trailer park. They're
Oh shit.
both living. They're next door to each other. You have to go into one of the houses for an extended period of time. Which house do you enter?
Fuck. Okay.
Or
So
not now. Okay, let me take out that. You
no, you're
like
right. You're
which one
right.
would you want to enter?
Yeah, which
It's
one do
not
you
about
have
like
to?
oh, don't take the people. Take the cleanliness of the house.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
All right, because if you just think about people, you're like, I'm going in the house where nobody's gonna be attracted to me, so I can get out in a couple of hours.
Nah, it don't matter to me.
But
That's the thing. That's the thing. I think it's being a pretty boy. I've gotten comfortable enough, doing what women have to do, where you just kind of like, oh, ha 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 ha, and then you don't engage. I can handle that. That's fine. That's no problem. No, what I think is going to determine the answer actually is whether or not I have to use the bathroom. Because here's the thing. This is a dirty secret that women don't want you to know. But all that filth that you don't
oh,
see in their house, right? Where it's like all clean and shit. Do you know where all that filth lives? It's in the fucking bathroom. And it's always like that. I don't know why. I don't know, what it is about the bathroom in a male situation, right? It's not that it's cleaner, we just don't put anything in there. So if I have to shit at any point during the interaction, I'm going with the gay couple. Look, it's not going to be like there might not even be soap in there, right? But at least it's not going to be like fucking like toilet paper and pads on the floor. You run that risk
I'm
if,
probably
you know.
I'm probably going gay couple too, honestly.
Is it the same logic or you got a different like thesis behind it?
Uh, I think it's almost well. Hold on, man. Really got to think about this. It would. I'm gonna just play devil's advocate here. I would go into the lesbians trailer
What do you
simply
think?
because
Yeah, the
I
advantages.
actually have been. I actually have been in both situations.
I think I
I've
actually
been in a gay household and I've been in a lesbian household, and I think I could survive longer. Like just strategically, like if I have to be there, I
yeah.
can make more conversation with the lesbians than I can with the gay guys.
It is you know what I do?
Because even
Yeah, they're easier to relate to. Hood lesbians, like as a straight dude, there's this
not
kind of like you have a connection.
not even that, it's just I don't have a lot like okay, I don't know how to say this without getting canceled. I don't have a lot to talk to a gay guy about. Like
That's
most gay
fair.
guys are not into almost anything I'm into.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
if
talk.
you're talking about like I'd say like the more like prim and proper gay dude that's into like musicals and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what am I? Tell me the
Yeah,
conversation between me and him.
yeah, I don't. I have no
Tell me what
respect for
we have to
classical
talk about.
music. No, that's a good
Like,
point. That's a good point.
like,
Lesbians.
oh, I hear a violin there. I use the violin in a trap beat, bro. Like, we don't have, we don't have shit to say.
No, that is true. That is true, and I think that is a factor, right? So if you take the bathroom out of it, man, the truth of the matter is, I think if you just like, you're talking statistics, blink across the board, like who are you going to be able to click with right away? It's so fucking rare that I have ever bumped into like a lesbian that like we weren't able to vibe out in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like whether it's something to do with like music or like fashion or like fuck like even other women, you know? Like it's a
Yeah,
topic that can come up, you know? And again, everybody's an individual, everybody's different, just cuz you're gay or lesbian doesn't mean you have to fit into whatever box. But to the other point, man, like when I was in college and
real quick, gay guys don't have to fit in any box.
they prefer not to. Oh,
Sorry,
jeez. No,
that joke was right there.
Oh God, man, that was a sneaker. That was good. Okay, okay, okay. College. Okay. Anyway, so despite the fact I'm a moron, I did try college. And there was there was
That's crazy.
I took I mean we could all imagine this, right? Like one of the first classes I took was theater. And dude, I love that shit. I love acting. I love like, well, and also it's a good place to be around women when you're a single man, right? Uh,
Well, well, I really do see you. Like, I do see you doing some theater. Really,
dude, I love this
I can
shit. Like,
see.
I don't, I never like wanted to be into like stage acting or musicals or anything like that. But like, if you're gonna have to be at school, bro, I will tell you, like, having fun and playing a character like is way fucking better than sitting there doing math equations. Like, I'll take theater all day,
Fuck
every
yeah.
day. But anyway, so obviously when you're in theater, it's college, right? Guess who else is there with you? Gay men with suits. And
Oh wow.
no, and
The
I mean
suits,
again,
bro. The suits.
the suits, like the classically trained gay man. And actually like pretty much right off jump, there was this dude I made pretty tight acquaintances with. He's a veteran. He served in like the I think it was Desert Storm. Um, and so he's like
That-
this real well-rounded, like insightful. He reads books and shit. Just really, really, really fucking smart dude.
He's a
Um,
normie.
Almost, dude. Like he's almost like a class above, like a normie. Like, do you remember? You pay attention to like politics at all?
Nope.
Do you? Does the name Pete Buttigieg mean anything to you?
Say the last name again?
Buttigieg. I shit you
Probably
not.
Jewish.
Nah, he was like he was running up with like a couple years. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So there's a very specific gay man I have archetype I have in mind right now. Um, think Bill Maher, even if Bill Maher won't admit he's gay.
Hold on. Let me get a face real quick.
Yeah, you got to look up Pete Buttigieg. I mean, that's the only comparison I can make. So anyway, kind of a rundown, right? Just super well read, highly educated, speaks like fucking six languages, like a real ass Renaissance man. And
Yeah, I'm seeing him.
yeah, yeah. And so, dude, this guy's like he's cool as fuck, man. You know, like we're
He is, or the other guy.
oh, like my friend. I don't know. I don't know anything
Okay,
about Pete other than
okay.
Pete might be cool, but I don't know. He's got to call me and hang out with me first before I can make that judgment. Uh,
He looks like Mr. Bean if he wasn't an alien.
that's a really good analogy. I think you just ruined this dude's entire political future with that one comparison. Holy shit. That's it, dude. It's over for Pete. But
Sorry, your friend though.
oh no, you're good. You're good. Fuck. So anyway, so I don't have a car at this time, right? But I'm like living like right up the road, still in the hood apartment with like these five other straight dudes, and and it's like weird. Like we have like this friendship and shit, and we're hanging out, and I forget like what what initiates the outside of school interaction, but it's like he was talking about like him and his husband, and I had just met my wife, and I was like, yeah, we should like hang out. We should like we should have like a date night or something like that. Like that would be cute. Because I was just trying to find a way to like really like introduce our groups together and hopefully form some friendships and all that shit. And so, time comes, I invite him over and we're hanging out or whatever. And I should clarify the one thing me and my classmate have in common up to this point is like he could tell immediately that I smoked weed, and because he looked like he did in the hood, like no one was gonna sell him weed but me. So, so it's like the one bonding thing that him and I have right off jump is that like we both smoke weed, which carries across our background differences. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter where you're
Yeah.
from. Anybody smoke a weed together, like we can get along for that period of time. Um, and so he's coming over, we're rolling up. I've just moved into this apartment. My wife has not had time to really dress this place up. So we have like one couch and like that's it. I don't even think we had like a fucking coffee table in the living room at the time. And so so it's like literally
Holy
like a
shit.
bachelor ass fucking apartment, dude. And
You may as well have just put two fucking lawn chairs in the living
yeah,
room.
like straight up, dude, straight up. And my wife knew how this looked. And so I could tell that she was already like, dude, why are we inviting people over? We don't have anything here. And so my dude comes in, his husband, by the way, is like level 10, like fucking proper classical music, Mormon church looking ass suit, dude. This guy
Oh no.
has like okay, so he's a white guy, right? He has the
He walked
fucking
in looking like a fucking federal agent.
yeah, literally, dude, like the CIA, man. He has like the blonde cut. He has like the fucking, you know what I'm talking about, like the shaved sides with the fucking like the top thing, where if he grew it out it could be a man bun, but for now he's in a corporate
Tight
suit.
tight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So he's got that, right? And look, this is not to trash on catty gay dudes, right? But you know how like you can immediately tell when a catty gay dude is like he's not fucking with the vibe. You know, like he kind of has like this.
Yeah,
His eyes narrow a little bit, and he's like, "Where the fuck
yeah.
are we right now?" It's so like it's a, dude, and I love it. I love it. So like the first like I guess subverting jab my friend's husband makes is like so do you guys like own a TV or anything? Like what do you guys even do?
Oh, fuck.
And
He woke up and chose
yeah, he
violence.
did. He did. But you know me, right? Like I'm scrappy little Sean, man. I don't care if we just met. I'll talk
Yeah,
my shit. And so
yeah,
and so I hit him with the no, I wasn't born in the 1950s. You know, we play video games around here. All right, get your fucking TV. We can stop by Best
yeah.
Buy, right? So we're dude, it's magical. We immediately have this like intense rivalry. uh God, dude. And I don't think there's an actual ending to this story. I don't know where I was going with this at first, but the point is it dude, there is a
Oh, I
world
I
of
know what the point
difference.
is.
Yeah, what is the point? Remind me, please.
Well, the point is, you want to get the non-caddy one, the high and tight blonde
Yeah,
hair dude. You want to get him right across the ring from you at UFC 306.
yeah. I mean, honest. No, he's cool. He could probably whoop my ass. I think he's got like a foot and a half on me. He, no, he's actually cool as fuck though.
Just
I, I
just
do
imagine
remember.
Dan Hooker before the tattoos.
Yeah, dude, like almost perfectly. Oh god. But yeah, anyway, that that's my half an hour worth of non-fight related content.
No, it led up to it though, because now you and him are gonna headline.
Say, all right, look, man. If Izzy ain't
Y'all are
gonna do
fighting in
it,
the
I
spirit
gotta do
now.
it. Okay, so unfortunately, God, dude, there was a nightmare that happened after our last podcast, and as I understand, you have a eulogy here with us today.
Oh, dude, I have some stuff to walk through. You know me. You just want me to get after
Oh,
it.
dude, start us off, man. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about anything until you get to the subject, just because, like, I'm pretty emotional about the way that, well, you know,
Shit went down.
yeah, I didn't love
All
that.
right. So let's start off with we'll go pre-libs first. I saw Song Kanan land a knee on Ricky Glenn and put a fucking goose egg on the side of his head, and everyone watching was waiting for it to pop. Everyone was waiting for that fucking hematoma to burst, bro. It was fucking nasty looking. It was gross. It was terrible.
Dude,
Uh
yeah, song that entire fight. So I did catch that one kind of. I should clarify that I had taken mushrooms that night. So when I had watched,
oh
so like as soon as that knot was forming on his head, that was like right when the shrooms were kicking in. And I
ugh.
gotta say, that was a horrifying fucking fight to watch. Um, but dude, I mean, I
I imagine that
song,
one was brutal.
dude, song. I will say, like, I again, like from start to finish, like his poise, his respect, very demure.
What does that mean?
You don't know about demure?
Hey man,
Is your wife in the room with you?
yeah, but you're in headphones.
No, ask your wife real quick. What's demure?
Hey, what's demure? Internet trend.
She knows.
Sean, Sean's response: she knows. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like, I got nowhere with my definition of it, though. Like, from
Okay,
you or her, I didn't get nothing. Huh?
it's like subtle,
Hold
you
on.
know,
Wait.
proper.
She's explaining right now. Hold on.
about girls who go to work with a whole bunch of like fucking makeup on their face.
Yeah.
And see, girls, see how I go to work? Very, my makeup's very done, or I don't know, something like that. But at the end, she goes, very cutesy, very demure. And now
No,
everybody felt like it's even on veterinary medicine jokes.
Oh my god.
Like
I I'm telling you, dude, like if you have a woman in your life
You
right
finished, and
now,
he said, "I'm telling you, dude."
any man, you if you don't know what demure means, you can just look to your woman and ask her, and I can promise you 100% of the time she will know. This is
Yeah,
a
that
provable fact. This has been a
you
thing for
just
like two
did. You just
weeks.
proved it. This is a science. You just did a scientific experiment and proved your thesis, sir.
No, this happened at work too. This happened at work. I said demure to like one of my coworkers, a single guy, right? Dude, all three, four single dudes around me had no fucking idea what I was talking about. The one married guy behind me rolled his eyes, and that's when I knew we were all in this shit together. Like,
Oh fuck,
this is a shared cultural trauma we have as married men, the demure era.
fuck no.
But anyway, song very, very poised, very demure, very non-slutty.
You're right. I mean, he went out there and like he took his time with all of his shots. Great fight for him. Gonna do great things after that too. Both of their names were trending for at least 4 days after. So that's the way you sell fights in the future.
Yeah, I will definitely. I mean,
Honestly, that knee is awesome.
I would. Yeah, I definitely see. Remind me what division is Song in right now?
Uh, damn. Now you're gonna get me lying to you. Let me look. I can't remember. I think he's a welterweight, but I gotta look. Yeah, he's a welterweight. Damn, I just pulled that out my ass. I'm not even gonna lie. I did not have a guess. I just guessed welter just to have a guess. I was
Just
like
like an
I was
answer.
expecting it to be way lighter. Yeah, just to have an answer while I searched. I got it right. That's fucking awesome.
No, but I do think I'm very excited to see more of Song. I know that he's definitely been in the game for a minute, but it's good to see such a decisive victory. And I think you're right. I think he's gonna have a lot of momentum after this one.
Yeah, especially like his last fight, he took it went all 3 rounds and it went to decision just like this one, but he lost. So for him to come back and get a decisive decision like that, like you didn't need the judges. If that fight,
Yeah.
as soon as that fight ended, you're like, damn, Song won.
Could you imagine if
3 rounds
like
to none, in my opinion.
dude, could you imagine if because it did, I forgot that it made it all the way to decision. I don't know why. But like, could you imagine if after those 3 rounds, it was like a 1 point favor against Song? How fucking insane that would have
Dude,
been.
what are the judges? Uh, what are the judges of that night actually? After one of their calls, got fired
Jesus
because
Christ.
the guy won. The guy won due to a split decision because one judge was an idiot. Like it should have been a. It's just like it was bad, bro. They fired him and didn't let him do the co-main or main event. That's how bad he judged the fight.
Which one was he?
That's nuts.
Was that with Song?
No, it was way later in the night. I think it might have been. I think it could have been fucking Leech versus Nightmare.
Oh, I didn't even make it that far in. I think I was on a different plane of
Oh
existence by the
fuck!
time we made it to that fight.
Oh, burn myself. Oh, dude, that fight was fucking crazy. But uh, the next fight or the next topic, really, because I didn't write down anything about all the fights. I just had to remind myself who fought. Weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. I didn't know until UFC 305 that if you scream while you're in a submission, that's a verbal tap.
I didn't know that either. Um, actually,
So
what the? Wait, okay, wait.
UFC 305. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you get to like deep dive into like the nuances of the rule? Because I feel like that's a little that's weird, right? Like, Like if someone's got
Well,
you in an
so
armbar and
what?
you got to grunt to get out, you know.
Well, so what happened is we got one of the. So there was three siblings on the card, which I think is like three people who were siblings of other UFC fighters, all on one card. I think that's crazy because I know all of their brothers.
Holy shit.
But two people who are brothers of UFC fighters, Johnny Walker's brother Walter Walker and Justin Taffa's brother Junior Taffa fought, and Walter Walker got Junior in like some weird knee bar and rolled with them, and it looked fucking violent. And Junior Taffa went ay 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 just like that, and the ref called the match, and Junior Taffa was like, "Hey, what the fuck? Wasn't done."
Yeah.
And he like walked up, and he literally walked up while Walter holy shit Walter Walker was celebrating, and open palm slapped him in the face.
What the fuck, bro?
And then while they like how they do that thing where they announce the winner and raise his hand.
Yeah.
Well, they were raising Walter's hand instead of just standing there like people who just lost usually do. He flipped him off. The whole time his hand was getting raised. And it was
Bro,
like a really weird fit, but I completely understand if you're still like you didn't tap. Like that's a weird way to find out you can't scream while you're in pain. That's a
yeah.
terrible way to find out.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, because it's. I mean, like, look, here's the deal. Okay, if I was in his position, I think that in the moment, there's a serious argument to be made, culturally speaking. I is not a scream. It's an expression of passion.
Yeah,
All right.
there was definitely an expression of pain that night though. His fucking his eyes were bulging out of his head. Like a
Dude,
fucking. He didn't even seem like he didn't seem Hispanic or he didn't seem Islandery at all. He seemed like a fucking Native American going into war the way he was screaming. It was psychotic. And they just
Islandery
said, "All
is
right, he
fucking
tapped."
crazy, by the way.
I
Where are
probably
you
shouldn't have
from? An
said that one.
island somewhere, bro. An island. I don't know. Which one? The Philippines. Fuck it.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. Go,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
like
No, no,
he's got like that. Whatever. We're past it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
But no, no, I do like. I didn't. So okay, who? What are the
After the
specifics there? What are the specifics? Like, okay, what qualifies as a scream versus like a grunt, right? Because I feel like that's fucked up. If you're gonna take me out of a fight for that rule, I need to know exactly where the line is.
yeah, and like it felt like nobody knew until after the judge stopped it. And then, so we're all sitting there like, what? He didn't fucking tap? And he's like, hey, I didn't fucking tap. And Walter Walker's like, ha, I won. And it's like this fucking, everyone's just kind of confused. And then Mark Goddard puts out a tweet like right after that fight that a verbal scream is a form of verbal submission. And I don't,
But I mean,
yeah, I didn't know that was a rule. I just found that out. So now, like, I'm going to be listening for screams.
but here's the
How
fuck.
loud does that have to be? But
That's what
that
I'm
shit was pretty
saying.
loud, though.
No, I
That
mean,
shit was loud.
I feel like that is one of the things that's a little weird about like combat sports in general. It is a lot of the rules you're sort of like based on like the ref's perception in the moment. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah,
technical KO is, it's really just down to like what the ref saw in that moment. But
yeah. It's
it's
basically like if they see you're defenseless. So I guess they saw that his knee was taken and he was screaming, and it seemed he was
yeah.
defenseless. So
I mean, it makes sense,
that's like
but also
that's like the TKO of submissions. You know,
it's
like you got the
technical
submission, but not
submission,
really.
a technical tap, double
Yeah,
T. But
got him on a technicality. That shit is crazy.
no, but I think too, like, I mean, look, it's probably not good form or whatever, and I'm sure people are probably pretty pissed off that he acted the way he did at the end of the fight, whatever. But
Yeah,
here's the thing. If I'm in his shoes or really anyone in his team, right? And I cannot cite an example of another match where a submission was declared by Scream, and just in recent UFC history, I'm gonna feel like even if that is a pre-existing rule, even if that's been in the books for however many years, like there's gonna be that moment where I'm not reading the fine print and I've been fighting, for however long I've been
Yeah.
fighting, where it's like that's bullshit. Like never in my life have I screamed in a fight or had another motherfucker scream and then that be the end. So it's like
Yeah,
I kind of get where he's
it
coming
was
from
really
with that.
weird. The fans were even like, "Huh? Did he tap? What the fuck happened?" And then they showed the replay, and all it was him going, "Ay ay ay ay."
Yeah, that's
Shit was crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Did you have do you know if there's anyone else where that was the case, or is that just kind of like a one-off fluke?
I don't I genuinely did no research other than like I heard another referee that wasn't the referee in the match say that that is a rule in the UFC's rule book, so like technically they have to abide by that. Like the ref has to do his job, but still, holy fuck. I mean, the fight was gonna end. He
Well,
was
yeah.
gonna tap. That knee bar was in tight, but and I really just I'm really confused by the rule. I'm really confused as to how you're a professional fighter and acting that way. But I do completely understand from someone who's not a professional fighter if like I was in an amateur fight and I yelled and they're like, "Okay, you just submitted." I'd be like, "No, I just showed that I was getting mad." And they're like,
Yeah.
"No, that's a verbal tap." I'm gonna act pretty similar. I
No,
probably wouldn't open
yeah.
palm slap him, but I would not show any appreciation for the winner. Like I wouldn't clap for him, how some guys do. I wouldn't shake his hand after that. I wouldn't do none of that. That would be my form of acting out. Like he went crazy. He open palm slapped him, flipped him off. Like he just
Yeah, that
be,
probably was the overkill. I think as soon as you like, okay,
you have
here's
a
the deal.
legacy, bro.
Yeah,
Like
and
you're a fighting family. Like your brother's a UFC fighter. You're a UFC fighter. You should be working on legacy. And when your legacy kind of starts with you acting like that,
it's a bad reflection because here's the thing, and it's it's gonna be way easier for me to say this, sitting on my couch on a fucking Saturday morning, not getting hit in the face. But there is a certain level of like, look, it's not the other fighter's fault that the ref made that call. You know what I mean? Like, even if you were at the peak of your fucking like just fighting mindset, right? You know what I mean? Like you're really, really in the heat of the moment. Even
yeah.
even being as pissed off as you are, I don't think it's cool to, come on, fucking open palm slap the other guy. Like, listen, okay. One, he shouldn't have open palm slapped anybody. Like that's
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to take your loss and you got to try to do your best to move on and act mature in the moment. But here's the deal. I do think also if you're gonna act out in that moment and you're gonna take that open palm slap, I feel like you probably should have directed that at the gentleman who made the call, not the person you were competing against. I think it's a to your point, it's a very poor reflection of your legacy if you have this loss and like it just makes you look like a sore loser to take it out on the other guy.
And something else I'm not pointing out. I forgot about this too. I just remembered this. Like, that's not it. Like he was talking shit to him the whole time, and he was just like, "We could keep going outside. We could, like let's go right now. We could just keep the fight going right now." And
Nah.
the other guy was just kind of like raising his hands and smiling, and like, "I won, I won." And it's like this
He's
is a
like,
really
yeah.
weird thing going on right now.
Oh, dude. I mean,
It was an awkward submission victory for Walter Walker, but I mean, he also has a legacy. His brother is Johnny Walker, one of the one of the goofiest fighters we've seen in a while. So it's cool that they're both kind of like being the weird guys right now. Like they're playing their roles.
side question. Johnny Walker the fighter, is he at all related to Johnny Walker the whiskey?
No,
God damn
that's
it.
just a big coincidence, huh?
God damn it. I was hoping. I just didn't know if there was like some alcoholic showing up at every single UFC fight. Like, yeah, that's my brother. Let's go.
What if that? What if someone does have that connection? Like someone thinks Johnny Walker, like the whiskey's named after him, and they're like, wait, I gotta go see him fight while drinking Johnny Walker.
Dude, I have lived in the South most of my entire life, and I can guarantee you I know at least 15 people who have had that thought while drunk. For sure. That is redneck culture. In fact, I think
For damn sure.
that's probably what happened to me just now. Was like I just it's been too hot lately, so for some reason I was sitting here like, damn, I wonder if that's the whiskey guy.
No, I'm saying people are like you asked the question. I'm saying there's people who just heard the two and just drew the lines like oh yeah, definitely.
You
No
know,
questions asked. Never asked a question. Just like immediately just accepted it. You know, there's so many people that do that.
I think that's how life used to be before the internet. And
Yep.
I'm not saying it's good or bad, but like I kind of think about that sometimes of like I remember briefly growing up like a time before I could really Google shit and like somebody would just tell me something and then I would just believe it just for no reason for forever. So like I'll throw a couple of them out there. Let me ask you something. Does shaving your face when you're growing up help you grow your facial hair?
You know, I thought so for the longest time.
It does dick. It does nothing. It's like the only reason people think that like shaving will help you grow your beard is because like once you when you're kind of like trimming your hairs down and everything and you get to that stubble, it feels more full because the follicles are shorter. And there's also something to be said about like shaving, like stimulating the fucking like skin cells on your face and shit like that. But yeah, anyway, the point being,
Or exfoliation.
yeah, exfoliation. That's the word I was looking for. But that's like you could do that just by washing your face. But yeah, the point of that being, it's
Same
just
thing
like
though.
it is kind of crazy that like I think that's just how the human brain works. You just hear something one time, and as long as the person who told it to you isn't like a moron, you can pretty much just like assume it until someone proves you wrong.
Yeah, and another one that's really fucking popular, and every single human probably on Earth heard it in middle school, but I can't say all of it because this is a YouTube thing. I'm just gonna say the Marilyn Manson one.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
nah, fuck
That's
it.
not real in any way, shape, or form.
It's not.
No, that's just something someone said, and everyone believed it immediately without taking a second, without a second to do research. You just hear it and you're like, huh, makes sense.
No, it does though. Like I got to be honest with you. This is a moment. This is a moment for me. I hadn't really thought about this since middle school. So I guess like it's not a world altering thing, you know, to think about, but
No, but like
yeah, I really did just like think of like, huh. Yeah, he
I
did
fucked
that.
you up a little
He can
bit.
do that. I feel like if I were
Yeah,
Marilyn
he
Manson
did
at this
that so
point,
he could do that.
yeah, I feel like if I were Marilyn Manson at this point, I would feel the need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like get the operation and everything.
Yeah, that's I everyone thought everyone thought it was real, me included. Hold on, one quick second. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
No, you good. You good. Um,
But so after that, we got to see Dominic Reyes' brother Alex fighting Tom Nolan. But that fight was fucking crazy. Over like 350 total strikes
what the
thrown,
fuck?
I think. Yeah, it was 350 total strikes thrown, 193 strikes landed, two takedowns out of five for Reyes. Nolan didn't shoot a single takedown, but he did try to get one submission in there. So it was a great, like, it was a real competitive fight.
Was
But
that
Tom Nolan won
I'm guessing by
2 rounds to
decision?
one in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Were there any oh, I mean obviously we have to talk about the main one, but aside from the old heartbreak story, were there any like really good like knockout moments?
Yeah, actually, my next one, Lee Jing Liang, also known as the Leech, came back. He's been gone for like I think they said 23 months, so basically 2 years he was gone. I wrote 2 years because I just remembered someone pointed out it's been 23 months since his last fight.
23
But
months is new parent math. That's like, oh, it's a 23-month-old
yeah,
baby. Shut up. 2 years. It's two.
so he lost to Erod in his last fight, Daniel Rodriguez. So when he came back, got a great like everyone was like screaming Leech, 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 Leech. Everyone was all excited to see him back. And then his opponent, Carlos Prates, was making his third fight in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
But also his third fight this year.
So this dude's just been on
So,
like I mean, has this been since January or like did he start a little later in the year?
so that like he he got his UFC contract in at the end of 2023. I think either November or December 2023. His first UFC fight was in like February, and then like all this year, all
So he's
2024.
just he's basically just been basically training and fighting for like fucking 8 months at this point. Probably longer,
Well,
but
he was
like just in the UFC.
yeah, yeah. He's only been in the UFC for 8 months.
But yeah, but the fact that he's like, so over the short 8 months, he's just been like pretty much continuously going. These three fights, did
And
you say they were all wins?
yeah, he's been knocking people the fuck out. And then his this fight, you got Leach coming back after 2 years, and he's pumped up. The crowd's pumped up to see him, and Cortez knocked him out in the second.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So 3 rounds or 3 fights, 3 knockouts, and he won in the second round of his Contender Series fight to get his contract by knockout. He's just been knocking people the fuck out.
So this guy's like, so is he? I mean, I didn't get to see obviously that far into the prelims. Was his advantage? Did it end up being like mostly I guess win by strike, or is he like pretty well
Yeah,
rounded in terms of like grapple and kind of like his takedown defense as well?
I'm sure he could grapple, but this was two strikers striking, and it was an awesome fight. I mean, it was brutal as fuck seeing Leach get knocked out because it was a nasty knockout,
Oh yeah.
but it was awesome.
Well,
Uh,
I guess we have to.
Also,
Oh, we don't have to rip the band-aid off yet. Okay.
Icar France just beat the shit out of Steve Urquig in the striking department.
Is this at
Like
the
really fucked him up.
what weight class are we
But
at?
those Kai Kara France is, I believe, a bantamweight.
Oh
I gotta look
shit.
that up though.
That would be fucking
And a
crazy.
fucking savage. His uh his nickname is Don't Blink.
Oh Jesus
Yeah, he
Christ.
won by he won. He's a flyweight actually.
Flyweight is
So he's
right under bantam?
125. Yeah, 125 pounder. Got a knockout in the first round,
Jesus. Those little guys hit, man.
and it was a it was a nice knockout. He was just beating him up the whole time. The whole first round, he was just punching the shit out this dude, and then finally he just like, I believe that's the fight that was like left hook, right hook, dude goes to sleep.
Jesus Christ. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Something about like that flyweight, bantamweight, like weight class when it comes to combat sports. Those dudes are fucking insane. Like that is the biggest intimidation factor I have on any level when it comes to sparring is the fact that I am in the same fucking weight class with these maniacs.
Yeah,
I mean, just across the
yeah,
board.
that's
I think there should literally be a fighting league of just everybody who weighs 120 to 130 pounds. Like that shit would be God, what do they call like a gladiator type fucking sport, dude. There would be blood every fight.
Well, I mean, we got the flyweight and bantamweight division in UFC, 125, 135.
We should take that, but then do a version of it where there's still drug testing, but the difference is you have to test positive for a drug.
Oh my God. Conor McGregor would be champion in a week.
I don't know, man. Let's see what we could do if we pump Sean O'Malley full of hormones.
Dude, speaking of him, he's got a game plan. He's got his shit mapped out. He
Dude,
thinks
good.
he so my dream fight of the UFC. I just want to get this out the way real quick. Is Sean O'Malley versus Max Holloway. All right. Now Sean O'Malley has a plan. In his mind, he beats Marab obviously because this is all coming out of his mind. He's going to beat Marab, knock him out. Then he's going to move up to 145, where he thinks, because we got Max Holloway versus Ilya Topuria for the 145 title, he thinks Max is winning. And Max also has the BMF title. And Sean wants to move up to 145 and challenge him for both. They'll
BMF.
have the 135, BMF, and 145 champion all at once.
I don't. I mean, I know BMF. I assume stands for bad motherfucker, right? But like, what the fuck is
Baddest motherfucker.
baddest motherfucker? Is that an official award in the UFC or
Yeah.
what the fuck?
So it's got a really weird history. Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal first fought for it. Jorge won by doctor stoppage in a fight for baddest motherfucker, which was really weird because it was just because Nate was bleeding real bad, and that's kind of what Nate does. But whatever. Jorge won it. Good to him, you know. And then he just like retired the belt when he left to go boxing, and so then Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier fought for it, and Justin Gaethje like he beat Dustin pretty decisively, and then defended it, the first person to ever defend that belt against Max Holloway, and everyone thought Justin Gaethje was gonna fuck Max Holloway up because Justin Gaethje fights at 155,
Oh shit.
and he's big there, you know, and Max Holloway fights at 145, and he's little there. So when Max Holloway got to fight at 155, everyone was like, the one thing Max doesn't want to do is try to continuously strike with Justin Gaethje the way he does everyone else. Because if he tries to stand toe to toe with Gaethje, Gaethje's gonna fuck him up. Max Holloway won all four rounds probably. No, then
Shit.
you're going into the fifth round and he's still winning very decisively, but at his pace, you know, jabbing, keeping his distance, big hooks here and there, but nothing crazy. He wasn't trying to stay right in Justin's face.
Right.
They do that wood cracking thing that they do to let them know that there's like 10 seconds or 15 seconds left in the fight.
Yeah.
And Justin Gaethje does this weird thing where he does like a rolling thunder kick. So he basically tries to roll and kick Max Holloway. Max Holloway moves out the way. And when Gaethje stood up, he's winning the fight. So all he has to do is move for 10 seconds and he wins. But Max Holloway would not let that fight end like that. He fucking pointed at the center of the octagon and was like, we're swinging. Because he's done that in several fights where he just points at the middle of the octagon and is like, don't fucking move. We're going to hit each other right here. And everyone was like, fuck. Like, that's the biggest mistake you can make in this fight. 10 seconds left. Him and Gaethje are swinging at each other. Gaethje's face hit the fucking canvas with 1 second left. Max Holloway won by knockout, not decision.
Damn it.
With 1 second left, he won by knockout, and everyone thought like that's the way that he would get knocked out. Is him pointing at the center of the octagon and saying we're slugging it out because Gaethje's so powerful and his hits are so crazy. Max Holloway just fucking was eating them and throwing them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucked Gaethje up in those last 10 seconds. Gaethje's face hit the fucking canvas, and the crowd went nuts. Max Holloway went nuts, and it's like a fucking huge moment because like that's what no one thought was gonna happen. So now it's Max Holloway's time to defend it, but the guy he's fighting for the title, he said, I don't want his title. He said, I just want mine. So if I beat him, he can keep his BMF title or whatever. I'll still be world champion. But something a lot of fans don't think about is championship pay.
Yeah.
If if Max defends both of those titles against Sean and Sean wins, that's a big if. That's a huge fight.
Right.
If Sean is on, if he has all three of those titles, he's gonna be the most paid fighter in UFC history because he's gonna be a triple champ, the only one.
Holy
And I
shit.
know it's the BMF title, so it doesn't technically count. But you have 3 championship pays.
Wait, so
It doesn't matter if it counts in the history book. It
it's
counts
still
in
like
his
a
fucking
paid.
paycheck.
Oh
His
shit.
wallet's like.
Bro, that's just about to be so fat he's gonna have to go up a weight class.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, another one.
Right.
He's talking about beating Marab, then going up and beating Max for both, like, and have all 3 titles. That's his goal.
He's a
And then
psychopath,
that's
and
not even it. That's
I'm
not even
excited
it.
to see it.
After that, once he's triple champ, he wants to take a break from UFC real quick and go fight either Gervonta Davis or Ryan Garcia in a boxing match.
Just for fun?
Guy is, yeah, like he thinks he can win.
He just wants
He
to
wants to
he
go up
just
and
wants
prove
to
he's a
fight to
fucking
fight.
badass.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a
How do
that
people hate this guy? How do people hate this guy when he's like he wants to give you the fight you want to see. Sean O'Malley versus Max Holloway is going to be a striking masterclass. Everyone fucking shits on grappling. Everyone's like, "Oh, we don't like boring wrestlers." Well, there's your fucking dream fight, but you don't like it because you don't like Sean O'Malley because he's weird.
I think people don't like shot. Like I've been really thinking and kind of like picking on this for the last few weeks, and I think it because I can't really understand it. Like he's very entertaining, right? Like what is there to hate
Yeah.
about watching Sean O'Malley fight? And I think it just pisses them off to see someone who doesn't have like a chip on their shoulder constantly. Like it really pisses someone off when I think I guess like I don't want to call him the good guy or anything, but like just when the person who's having the most fun and enjoying themselves just consistently keeps winning. It's like you know how everybody like in football loves to hate the Patriots?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the same dynamic.
To be fair, we didn't really hate the Patriots. We just always hated Tom Brady. So when Tom Brady switched teams, we hated that team too.
That's true.
And
That's true.
now he's part owner of my fucking football team. So I'm pretty pissed about that one.
Get cucked by Brady, baby.
It's fucking wild. But, the last one,
We have to talk about the
the
tragedy.
last moment to talk. Oh, wait. I skipped past one. Dan Hooker came out looking like a completely different fucking person. He did not look like Dan Hooker. He came out looking like a completely different psychopathic version of himself. Left this clean cut, like, no tattoos, no nothing. Comes back, 2 sleeves, a fucking massive chest
Yeah, what the
piece,
fuck is
and a
this?
fucking psychotic aura. He
Whoa.
looked fucking menacing.
Dude,
Fucking menacing.
you know how there's like the like those conspiracy theories like that celebrities get body swapped? This is like I'm
He,
gonna start one with this guy. That is not the same Dan Hooker. That's a different man. He's been replaced.
he's been cloned.
Yep, tattooed, fucking optimized, put in a lab somewhere.
So the the fight was a decision victory, and Dan Hooker did look worse. I'll admit that. And in in all technicality, you have a point to say that Amrot won because he landed more strikes and more takedowns. But you have to break it down round by round, and Gamrot had a dominant first round, but then Dan Hooker had 2 dominant rounds after. So bloody ass Dan Hooker won, and it was fucking awesome.
Well, no, and I think
Because when
that
he had his blood in his hair and he's screaming, because he's got that blonde hair. It looked fucking
yeah.
crazy. He
No,
looked like a psycho.
I like fights that kind of do go that way where the first round yeah, I mean you see kind of like you see the one dynamic, right? And then it flips around in that second round. You get the fighter, in this case Dan, all bloodied up, definitely been slapped around a little bit, just fucking come out and keep going and end with the victory. I think that is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. That was a definite good decision. I'll say that. That was a good decision victory. I get that some people are like there's a point to be made that Gamrot won, but like 2 rounds to 1 is how I see it, you know?
Yeah.
You let it go to decision. My biggest thing about people who like, oh, this guy got robbed. Oh, the guy let the judges decide who won.
Well, and what's cool too
If
with a
like if
decision
he would
like
have
that.
subbed or knocked, if he would have
Okay.
got a sub or a knockout, the judges couldn't rob him. He robbed him.
Yeah. Well, and what I'll say too is like, to the credit of like, Gamrot, um what's cool about it being a split decision, right? And there being a case for it like, nah, that should have been Gamrot, is that now for what the next, let's say 5 fights that he takes on, there is going to be a little bit of this feeling of like, Gamrot shouldn't have lost, and now he has a little bit more to prove from a technical and point standpoint.
Yeah, and like it's not like fucking Gamrot's on this huge. I mean, he's on a little bit of a winning streak from 2023 to now, but he's not. It's not like he's beating. He's not like he's had crazy decisive victories. He is coming off of a decision against Rafael dos Anjos, which does a lot for his career. Coming off a knockout over Fiziev, which makes him look really good. Like he wasn't. If the judges had to pick between Dan Hooker and Gamrot just based off names, because apparently some of these judges are fucking doing that, which is
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I mean it's human bias, you know what I mean?
Uh, yeah. That's actually. I think that's the fight that either that or the Rosenchenko Tai Tuivasa fight got the referee fired or
Mm.
the judge fired.
No, I think
I
again,
think it was.
for that one fight, it is, there's like a little bit of tragedy in a split decision loss, but at least to Gamrot's credit, he gets to come away from this loss, not one with it not being like this career-ending fucking knockout, where we have to worry about whether or not he's even going to be able to make another fight. But two, again, I think just that's one of those types of losses, especially if it's the one that's getting like a ref fired, or a judge fired. Um, I think that's definitely like it's going to do numbers for his career for sure. There's going to be a lot more people watching. There's going to be a lot more people rooting for him in the next match. I think that plays to his favor as much as a loss can.
Yeah, that loss that yeah, like that's the best way to describe it. I don't know how I didn't think of that. It's like the best bad thing that could have happened.
Yeah, like if you're gonna lose, that's a best case scenario.
Yeah, and Dan Hooker just pointed out that he should be pretty much next in line for a championship match because uh what's his name? Dustin just lost. H lost. Max. But like he's on a winning streak. He may as well. He said he thinks it should be him versus Charles Oliveira, then him versus Islam Makhachev. And I don't like that fight for Dan Hooker. I don't like the Islam Makhachev fight at all for Dan Hooker.
Is it just you think he's pretty much fucked or what?
I think Islam Makhachev is one of the most well-rounded UFC fighters we've seen in a really, really long time. He's got excellent grappling, obviously, but he's getting better with his striking. It's like the biggest thing that people say about Khabib is that he was all grappling and that he was a sloppy striker, and you can literally look up memes of his striking, and there's a case to be made. He was
Yeah.
a weird striker, but Islam is like he wrestles similarly. He's not as good of a wrestler, I don't think, as Khabib, but his striking is way better. Like it's not even a comparison. He head kick knockout. He got a head kick knockout against Alexander Volkanovski. How many people can say that?
No,
In the
I
first round knockout against a guy who's a champion in another division.
Well,
after beating him in a decision match. Like, stayed striking with him and then took him down and got control. Like, Khabib would not have spent as much time on his feet as Islam does consistently now. And I think it's going to be a really weird dynamic when his striking gets even better, because he's like, that's what's happening right now. He's consistently getting better. And I think Dan Hooker gets into a striking thing with Islam. Islam's got time to land a couple strikes, and because he can strike, we've seen it now.
yeah.
We can see a couple strikes and then the takedown game. And then as soon as he takes him down, he's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, Islam's wrestling is crazy.
And I may be confusing Islam for from Rob here for a second, but I know, like, is he the one where, like, everyone who walks away fighting him is like, dude, this guy has freaky steroid strength?
Actually, yeah, someone has said that, but a lot of people end up respecting him because they lost to him, because everyone's like, oh, he's just gonna wrestle, and then they get in there and he strikes.
Yeah.
I mean, his match versus Poirier. Let me pull up those stats real quick. I believe that's his most recent fight, and I don't think we have a fight announced for him yet. Submission in round 5, so he fought with him for all 5 rounds. But listen to this. Everyone considers Dustin Poirier one of the better strikers in UFC, right? That's something he's known for. He landed 104 out of 218 strikes. He landed 74 out of 183 significant strikes out of those strikes, right?
So, like, practically a third.
40%.
Okay.
And 47% total, right?
Jesus.
But he landed 104 total strikes, right?
Yeah.
Islam landed 147.
What the fuck?
So, and then you talk about significant strikes. 74 for Dustin. 88 for Islam Makhachev. 2 submission attempts, 5 takedowns, and he won by submission in the 5th round.
Oh my god. Well, rest in peace, Dan Hooker.
If that would have gone to decision, Islam would have won by striking and takedowns and submission attempts and control time. Like, there was no case for Dustin to win that fight. He was getting beat up. You know?
Yeah, no,
That's fucking Dustin the Diamond Poirier we're talking about. We're not talking about some fucking chump of the division.
Right.
We're talking about the guy who's going to go down as the greatest fighter in history to not win a world champion. And it's just because he exists at an unfortunate time in an unfortunate division. You think about his championship shots that he had. He had to go against Charles, who was one of the best submission artists in the history of UFC. That's a fact. And he got subbed by him. Like, going into that fight, I think Charles Oliveira already had the most submissions in UFC, and then he subbed Dustin Poirier, like, broke his own record. Then he had to go against Volk, who was the fucking boogeyman of the division.
Jesus.
Hold on, wait. He did not go against Volk. I'm talking out of my ass.
No, you're good.
Islam there. I pulled up the wrong stat. I was about to say, then he fought Dustin Poirier, and I'm like, wait a minute.
He
did fight Charles Oliveira, lost.
Did you see his championship
got
fight
by Charles
against
Oliveira.
Adolf Hitler? That was a crazy fight. I think he took Adolf in it was like a 3rd round kick to the head. I'm just gonna start making up fights.
Yeah. But no. So actually, he fought for the interim championship against Max Holloway and won by unanimous decision.
Jesus Christ.
Then he had to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov to decide who the real champion is. He lost in submission in the 3rd, because that's who Khabib is. Then he finally works his way up the division after Khabib retires, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, damn, I'm gonna beat up Charles Oliveira. Nope. Gets subbed, helps Charles Oliveira break his own record. Then he works his way back up the division, and fucking Islam Makhachev's the guy. he just exists in a really unfortunate time. He had to fight 3 of the greatest lightweight champions in history. Of course, he was doomed. He was, like, sorry to say it, but
Yeah,
The
unfortunate
greatest lightweight
ass.
to never win a champion.
God just kind of hated this guy.
But speaking of unfortunate, now we can rip the band-aid off of what happened.
I
We
was almost
had
hoping we would hit rap before we had to talk about it. But no, I mean, God, dude, like,
so I'm just gonna talk about strikes first, right?
yeah,
You had 417 total strikes thrown, 204 landing for I guess for 204 landed for Duplessis, 105 by Izzy. Or no, 204 total landing, and 105 of those were by Israel Adesanya. Trickus won the first 2 rounds. I mean, there's no case to be made the other way. Then Izzy came out, eating the fuck out of him in the third, and then in the fourth round, out of 5 scheduled rounds, the weirdest thing happened. Izzy started kind of good, and then he looked gassed, and then he did the Max Holloway thing where he pointed down at the mat like, all right, let's just fucking swing this out.
yeah,
And then within seconds, he was taken down to the ground. Rickus got his back, got him in a rear naked choke, and we saw Israel Adesanya get subbed out for the first time in the UFC.
fuck, fuck,
In the saddest tap I've ever seen. Like it hurt to see him tap. I was because in the second or first round, Rickus had the same submission, and he had it like it looked like he was gonna get it in, but he couldn't
yeah,
sink it. The fourth round he did, and I was thinking that it was going to be another one of those cases where Izzy was going to work his way out of it, but he just didn't. And
Do you
like you could see
think?
the pain on his face, and then you just saw him tap, like because the whole time he's up, like his back's like his face is just straight up. You could see all of his emotions, you could see everything, and that sucked. Seeing
Yeah,
him tap sucked.
dude, I mean, so in your opinion, like, where do you think Israel kind of went wrong that night?
I I don't know, man. I think he didn't prepare enough. Enough of a game plan, really. I mean, he was landing most of the strikes. He threw 211, landed 105. Drickus threw 206 and only landed 99. So he was getting outstruck, or I mean, Drickus was getting outstruck. But if Izzy would have prepared any submission game plan, any takedown defense, I mean, he stopped 5 takedowns, which was making him look pretty good. But
Yeah, but
the four Drickus did land led to the 2 submission attempts that ultimately one succeeded. So like if he would have prepped more takedown defense, I think he would have been able to stop Drickus. Maybe if he would have worked on his ground game, he could have stopped Drickus, but Drickus is a different animal, man. After seeing this, like he's on an impressive winning streak, which really sucks because he's an asshole.
yeah, he is.
But
It's like he's like literally a villain, but I mean, you do have to at the end of the day, like his fights speak for themselves. He is a very talented,
yeah, I mean,
fighter.
he subbed he subbed out Kamzat's training partner Darren Till in the third round in their fight. Then he knocked out Derek Brunson in the second round of their fight. Then knocked out Robert Whitaker in the second round of their fight. He knocked out Bobby Knuckles, which is a crazy thing to think about. And got a decision victory over Sean Strickland. So everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
Isn't
If
that
that's how he was
is, isn't that who he's going on to fight now?
yeah, because so how that fight was going to work out is no matter who won was going to have to fight Sean Strickland. So no matter either one of them, like so 2 fights ago for both of those fighters is Sean Strickland because Izzy lost to Sean Strickland, then fought Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis beat Sean Strickland and then fought Izzy. So either way, both of their fights would have had Sean Strickland one gap away on their fight record, you know? But the reason Sean Strickland's in conversation to fight for the champion, no matter who it is like he in him and Dricus's fight, he made a case that he should have won that fight. He doesn't believe he lost, you know?
It was one of those
So
like
when
pretty
you
tight decision splits.
yeah. So when you see a fight like you're already like I mean, not like a fight like that, but you see a hard fought fight, you're gonna think, damn, should Sean get a rematch? Like already that's in your mind.
Right.
But you have a guy moving up, Paulo Costa. He's a he's a good fucking fighter. He's crazy as fuck. Um, he got a split decision victory over Paulo Costa right after losing a close fight with the champion. So it's
Ooh,
first you beat Israel Adesanya for the champion. Then you had a close championship defense where you lost your champion. And then you beat up one of the top guys in your division. Of course you're getting a championship fight. It just happened to be no matter who won, Israel or Duplessis, and they literally both their fights before that fight is Sean Strickland because Izzy took some time off. Dricus went straight into his next fight. Oh.
when was Strickland's last like hold on, when was this last fight? If I have the page pulled up. So this was his fight with Costa
UFC
was
in June.
in June. Okay. Yeah, so he's I mean, he's ready. He's
Yeah,
prepared. He's on it.
already been champion. Like if he wants he wants his shine. He thinks he should still be champion. And when you beat up Paulo Costa, it kind of speaks for
Yeah.
itself. But it was a split decision victory, so there's a case to be made that it's going to be close. Uh, Another fight that's coming up. I can't think of when right now. Uh, he's gonna have to fight Khamzat Chimaev when they go to Abu Dhabi,
Who's gonna have
October
to fight Kamzat?
26th, right?
Sean?
Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker.
Oh.
So the fight, that fight should have already happened, right?
Yeah.
But Khamzat Chimaev coming up on the fight became violently ill, is how his coaches and team described it. Violently ill,
Are we talking
which is crazy because
like COVID or just like like this dude was not
that's
ready?
it. That's all we got. That's all we got. He was becoming violently ill, right?
Yeah.
But he had just pulled out of a fight not long before that. So it's like, dude, like are you fighting or not?
Right. Well, do you think I
And
mean
his
is do you believe that there's some truth to like maybe he's like going through like some actual health issues or do you think maybe he's kind of like he's avoiding it?
I think he's having health issues. He's a fucking he's like a rabid animal in the cage, dude. He's 13-0 and getting crazy victories over people like Leech. We were just talking about Li Jingliang earlier. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
Hamzat Shemaev picked him up, carried him across the cage, slammed him on his back, and put his hands on him and just looked at Dana White and yelled. Well, actually yelled while he was carrying him, Dana! And slammed him. And he was basically just saying, give me more people to fight. And just starts hitting this dude.
Give me your
And
best.
he's like, I am the best. I am the killer. I am. He's just beating the fuck out of this dude. And it's like, holy shit. And then he wins. Like, he does some shit like that. And then he goes out, and this is a big. Everyone talks their shit about this fight, but I'm about to talk my shit about the fight. Everyone says that Khamzat Chimaev barely got a victory over Kamaru Usman, who was coming off the couch. I'm gonna quote Kamaru Usman: "I stay ready year round, so when the fight comes, I'm ready." That's what he said, and then he proceeded to call out Khamzat Chimaev on his own accord. So then Khamzat Chimaev said, "Okay, Kamaru, fight me then."
Ooh.
And Kamaru Usman fills the fucking void for Khamzat's fight, right?
Yeah.
First round of the fight, Khamzat tears 2 ligaments in his fucking hand, right?
Oh my god. How? Wait, like
Tears
just
2
from
ligaments in his hand in the first round.
like
He
just
landed wrong on a takedown that first of all, uh the record for I'm gonna look this up real quick. If I can find it. Usman. before, after.
But basically, it was like what, just like a fucked
So
up punch or
he,
something?
no, it was a takedown that he succeeded on Kamaru Usman. He got the takedown, and like the way he landed on his hand tore two ligaments.
Jesus
Right
fucking Christ.
before that fight, Kamaru Usman's takedown defense was 97%.
What the fuck?
Khamzat's takedown defense somehow managed to be better than that. 100%.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like at
Usman
this
had 9 wins
level,
by knockout.
god
Usman had
damn.
9 wins by knockout. Khamzat had 6. Usman had 1 win by submission. Khamzat had 5. Kamaru Usman had 10 wins by decision. Khamzat only had 1. Their striking accuracy 52 Usman, 59 Chimaev. Takedown accuracy 45% Usman, 57% Chimaev. Chimaev took Usman down in their fight.
God damn it.
Like, so if you just think about that stat alone, right? He was able to successfully take him down in the first. Tore two ligaments in his fucking hand, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the striking stats first, right? Kamaru Usman's Mister, I broke your face. That's what he said, right? Like so, 50, 58 total strikes landed by Kamaru Usman, 36 significant. 0 for 1 takedowns on Khamzat. So Khamzat Chimaev still has a 100% takedown defense against one, and he was going against one of the guys who's really good at takedowns, right?
Yeah.
He landed 4 takedowns on Kamaru Usman.
Fuck.
With 3 of those were with a torn ligament, or with 2 torn ligaments in his hand.
Is this guy like
Then,
actually
so let's talk
human?
about. Remember, I said 58 strikes by Kamaru, right?
Yeah.
107 by Khamzat Chimaev.
With fucked up ligaments.
Yeah, in his dominant hand, in the hand you need to punch with. It's all fucked.
That's fucking unbelievable.
So
Ugh.
yeah,
Wait, so when is that
the
one
fight
coming?
of Hamzat versus it's in October,
Oh my
which will make
god.
it a year since his last fight because he was out with torn ligaments in his hand. Had 2 scheduled fights fall through. Trying to see if I can get just his upcoming fights and shit. So on that pay-per-view, that it's gonna be the Max Holloway versus Ilya one, and he's gonna be the co-main in a fight with a really good striker.
You know,
So
I wanna
it's
pick a favorite
scary.
here, but I think I'm gonna have to give this a few weeks because like I don't want to get a favorite and then what I'm saying is my record is horrible for these things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, but the next UFC pay-per-view main event that we have is finally the one that I've been nerding out over for a while. Even though we still have some time before it, the next pay-per-view fight, UFC 306, Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili.
So are we still thinking very much like Sean O'Malley's he's gonna do his goofy thing and fucking just clean him?
Well, to be honest, to be completely honest, this is the most dangerous fight either one of these guys have ever signed for on paper. And right now, there's a small chance that Merab Dvalishvili pulls out, and then Sean O'Malley can have what he considers one of the greatest accomplishments in his career by being the first guy to defeat Coach Khabib. Because obviously, Umar Nurmagomedov is going to be cornered by Khabib Nurmagomedov if that fight happens.
Yeah, this is. I
So he
mean,
wants to build his record that way. But if it stays with Merab, I talk shit about Merab getting dropped by a 5'4" Henry Cejudo, right? That's
yeah.
something that I always bring up. I'd like to point out Henry Cejudo is an Olympic gold medal wrestler, right? I said
Wrestlist.
wrestlist, gold medalist wrestler, and Marab just kind of like picked him up and carried him across the ring and stuck out his tongue while he was doing it. Made it
Just
look like it
fucked
was
with him.
like just fun and games for him. So he out wrestled an Olympic gold medal wrestler. So there's something to be said there. Uh,
Well, I'll let
the last
you.
the last
Oh no, go ahead.
the last three fights they had both prove how good they really are. You know, like
So I mean,
both of their most recent fights make them scary. And when you have people like with these high caliber fights leading up to a fight that is now high caliber because of who they are, and both of them actually have personalities. Like Marab's making jokes about it, Sean
yeah.
O'Malley's making jokes about it. It's a really interesting fight and it's a real fun fight, but it is the scariest fight of both of these guys' career because you have two guys who are just fucking monsters. I mean, Sean O'Malley beat Peter Yan, arguably. People argue about that still to this day. And Marab beat Peter Yan dominantly. So it does make me nervous no matter which opponent Sean gets, whether it be Marab or Umar, but I'm taking Sugar Sean all the way.
You know what? I feel. See, I'm not. I want Sean to win, but I think just by saying that, I've doomed him. Um, no, I think I it's going to be an exciting event no matter who comes out. But yeah, it is a little bit terrifying being a Sugar Sean fan. I was hoping you were going to instill some confidence in me just now, but it doesn't look like
Yeah, I'm
that's the
actually
case.
the closer we get to that one, the more nervous I am because, like I said, it's the most dangerous fight for both of them, and I kind of like them both now. You know, like
Yeah,
just sitting back watching how funny they are. They both got good personalities, and they both want to win.
at least
And
there's not a
the
tragic
argument
loss,
is,
you know.
if
There's not like a Duplessis moment in this
it,
where like I'm upset, if Marab wins, for example.
yeah, I think we have a like Marab posted him saying like, oh, I got cut, like there was a serious cut, but I'm okay. I think that was stupid because now you just gave Sean O'Malley a target. He
Right.
also said that he wants to try and knock Sean O'Malley out, which is stupid. If he tries that, he will go to sleep. But I think it's him saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and strike with him," and then
That's a
when the time comes,
crazy.
he's just gonna shoot a takedown real quick and try and wrestle him. I I, I don't believe he will try and strike with Sean, but if he does, he's fucked.
Dude, I think that would be I mean again, that would be the most insane outcome. And for him to not only like go strike for strike with Sean, but then to potentially win that, like that would whew, you know?
Yeah, and something that's interesting. So the Russians, the Russian fighters that have been coming out, like Khabib from Dagestan, Umar from Dagestan, and Merab is from Georgia, Russia, right?
Yeah.
So they wear these headdresses that are symbolic of something. I really don't know what it is, but I
Oh,
can't think of the word that they use to call them that.
is it
But
the are you speaking like
but
the We
those
Are Muslim?
headdresses,
Like I know there's a name for
no,
them.
no, hold on. Just look up Khabib. Look up Khabib. Uh, I bet if you just look up Khabib Nurmagomedov, go to images, you'll see at least one picture of him wearing it. Not the one of the third picture that I see,
It's called
he's holding it in his hand.
a
And
papaka.
you, how do you say it?
Papaka, I think.
Papaka?
Papaka. It's
What?
so it's a traditional wool hat from it's worn by men from the Caucasus region, which to give you a little history here, that's that's the sort of birthplace of all white people. That's why we're called Caucasians.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so the Caucasus region of Asia, it's a including Dagestan, which Nurmagomedov, obviously that's where he's from, but a papaka, which is it's very interesting to. I think that's where the nickname for the Popushka, the PPSH 41. Is a machine gun during the Soviets fucking doesn't matter. I'm being a history nerd right now, but that is the name, a Papaka.
Opaka, right?
Yep.
That's what. Anyways, so he's saying Khabib said in an interview that it would be interesting if Merab wins their fight, right? Because Merab wears a brown papaka and Khabib and his team wear a white papaka, so it would be brown papaka versus white papaka, right?
Yeah. Would they wear it, do you think?
But
Like
he
in the
said
fight?
it's okay if he said no, not in the fight, but
Oh.
on their way out for sure. But he said it'll be interesting if Sean O'Malley wins too, because then it will be white papaka versus pink papaka.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sean O'Malley's the first man with a rainbow papaka as his hairstyle. That's fucking goofy. Man, I am I think I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get a papaka. I'm looking
I
at them
love
on
that
Amazon
shit
right
now.
now. So I'm gonna get me both a
How
papaka and a Yushenka. Oh, it's PAPA and then KHA.
AHA.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get a 2-pack. So there's one I can get go on Amazon Fashion. On Amazon Fashion, you can both get like a very classical style papaka hat, but next to it you have the Yushenka, which is that's the Russian hat that everybody else knows. It's got like the floppy ears you can pull up top, right? And it's got the old
Yeah,
Soviet
yeah.
Union hammer and sickle. Fucking
That's
I'm getting
fucking
it. I'm getting
funny.
it. I'm buying that fucking thing. I
It's
love
been
you.
great, y'all.
I love
It's
you.
been the Saltine Hour.
This is how I'm ending it today. I'm gonna whisper romantically into the audience's ear. This has been the Saltine Hour. I'm Sean. This is Christian. Wait, I'm both of us now.
This
This
is
is
Patty
the
the motherfucking hoodlum.
and this is the end. Thank you.